So, yeah, Netflix made a boo-boo on that one. But, you know, we're in just at the era of streaming and just that kind of thing now, you know. You know what? I don't even remember who I've used at this point. So, probably gonna start using a couple of repeat characters now. I mean, I could use the other Koopa kids, I guess. Let's see. Let's use it. Let's use this one, actually. Bounder. With the fruit cup now. DK snowball across from the Wii. But you know what me and Tom Lady did with friends? We went and bought the whole DVD box set, so now we can watch it whenever we want. Ah, shit. Tom Lady went ahead and bought a disc drive for a PlayStation 5, so... It's like I've always said, though. If the discs had if there was a benefit to having discs that didn't clog up my hard drive despite having discs, I would have kept using discs for sure. I just didn't see it. And even now, right? Do you remember when Concord was a thing and then they said it didn't even last like 5 minutes? I think what even happened there was they went and switched the disc off. So you can't even play the disc version of that game anymore. It's completely shut off. I found it quite funny because a few people were like, "Oh, how dare they switch my disc of Concord off?" And I'm like, who are you kidding? We're part of the fucking hate train. Anyone probably saying that was probably a wanting to be an up-and-coming streamer or something. The Concord was dead. And that game sucked. So, you know, what did you expect? If you bought this version of that, expecting to last more than 5 minutes, then I don't know what to tell you. The game was DOA, dude. So they're like, oh, how dare they shut off my disc so I can't play it anymore. It's like, dude, what are you going to do with it? No one was playing it. Anyone who saw that reveal trailer and instantly called it out was not playing it. And it cost money, so that didn't work. That was never a good shot. It should have been but even if it's a free-to-play game, it would have died. So, a lot of people, it's quite funny how that what is that Hellguard that came out, the game that was made from the Titanfall 3 or Titanfall and Apex Legends devs or something, like former devs. When they showed that trailer, it was like, I was just like, nah, this game's not for me, dude. I don't know how that's going now. I mean, I guess the good thing is it's free to play, so, you know, there's that. But, nah. Like I said before, if it wasn't Titanfall 3, I wasn't interested. That's what I mean. There's just been so many versions of one genre, especially Battle Royale, and I sort of get it in the Battle Royale craze, but you know, everyone's just trying to make quick bucks on the big fads. First it was Battle Royale, now it's hero shooters. But Marvel Rivals has pretty much got most of that market at the moment. Like when Fortnite had most of the Battle Royale market, the hero shooter market, Marvel Rivals has it because Overwatch just literally just fell apart, let's say. I think now that I've played Marvel Rivals, I don't think I'll even bother with Overwatch. I was always thinking about it, but I think it's got so bad for Overwatch 2, they're pretty much U-turning on everything they initially did. And I think they're bringing kind of Overwatch 1 back in some form or other now. Something like that. Like they're kind of pretty much reverting back to Overwatch 1 because they realized the sequel wasn't needed. Especially when it's the same freaking game. That could have been an upgrade or a DLC. It was free to play. So, you know, there's that. But, you know, it was essentially just the same game. There was no need for Overwatch 2 to exist because Overwatch 1 had the market. And really, it's the same game. Not only that, but they shut Overwatch 1 down as well. So they made you buy the new one, which was the same as the old one. And they shut the old one down. Why did they bother and waste resources when they could have just, I don't know, kept doing seasons with all that? Anyway, I know I'm talking here and not really focusing on the game. It's Mario Kart. You don't really have to focus on it that much. You know, it's like I said, I'm not trying to be ultra competitive at this game or ultra good at it. It's Mario Kart. You know. At the end of the day, it's Mario Kart. You don't really have to, you know, unless you're going to a tournament for it. It's Mario Kart. And I'm not, I need tournaments? Nah. Not for me, dude. We don't have any here in the UK anyway. We have very little anyway. You know, most of the tournaments are in America and Japan stuff. So, you know. Oh no! I got murked. Oh no! It's a shotgun and a snowboard. That's cool. Oh no. Oh fuck. Hopefully the leader got marked. Not really. Oh no. Oh. Oh, dang it. That was my fault. I think this is a Yoshi's Island exclusive, like, not exclusive to Deluxe, but it's the Mario Kart 8 Yoshi's Island, as it were. What's Snow doing here? Oh my god, I've got everything. Snow, clouds, volcano, fire. Damn, these courses look so good. He just drove right into that. Wow. Ow. Oh, dang it. Shit. Seagull. What's Yoshi doing last? No, it's trapped on the back of his hand. Actually, he looks a bit like Tom Nook, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I think this course is a bit like the Hyrule course or Animal Crossing course, where all the items and sounds are like all Yoshi's Island. No! Why? Let's go. Big boost on the final button. Let's go. Winner. That was awesome. How many courses are in this game? Let's count. It's gotta be, I think it said at least 80? I'm not sure. But yeah, let's do a count. Booyah! I got 1 star for that. Oh well. Right. So, let's see. Why not? I think I'll be Daisy already, but actually, just be this guy. We'll go back to the actual other, well, not other characters, but we'll pick a different one after this. Actually, I need to change the wait. Oh shit. I think I might have done this like earlier, but let's do it again. Yoshi on the Yoshi bike, let's go. Right, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 48, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70. No, I'm counting it wrong, sorry. So 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 48, 72? Because that's 48, 68, 70. I think that's 72 or 70, and then so that would probably make it about 80, wouldn't it? Holy shit. 80 courses, dude. That's crazy. Like I said, I know that Mario Kart Wii is probably the GOAT, but Mario Kart 8 is the definitive Mario Kart game. It has to be. It has to be with all the courses it has and all the characters it has. This is the Mario Kart game. This is the one that has everything. Yeah. And I think World just lacks it. You know what I mean? I think that's what World just lacks. And I don't think there was any DLC ever planned for it either. Or maybe it was and it just got canned because no one really bought the game that much. Or bought into the game that much. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mario Kart World games are still being played. And there was still 3,000 plus in the game. Every time we boot on, there's about 30 plus people in the game. So it's still being played, but Mario Kart 8 is just it. It's the definitive Mario Kart game. And Mario Kart experience. All the carts, all the courses, all the characters. And it's Mario Kart at the end of the day. And you know what? You have a few other the classic ones for it. You just need Double Dash now. And we need to. I reckon we will see a DS at some point. I would not. Well, I say I reckon. I would guess that we will probably see a DS at some point because of the fact that it's got the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance on there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game Boy Color either. And I think apparently there's a Pokemon Direct coming up. So hopefully we'll get some old school Pokemon games on there. And you know, if they do the remakes, the Leaf Green and Fire Red, you guys know I'm gonna be all over that. Fuck. Well, that sucked. Oh wait. Yoshi. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I just saw the Yoshi bike and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, even though I've probably already done it earlier, but yeah. The Mario Circuit in the DS version. Super Mario Monitor Team, did I say? On the board? Oh, I'm gonna blow out, damn it. Look how freaking pretty this course looks. My god. Like I said, Mario Kart World ain't got nothing on these courses. God damn it, Toad, where did you come from? Get out of the way. Oh god, fire. This tune's a bob as well. Like I said, you can't beat a good Mario Bob. Look at that, Peach's Castle. Really reminiscent of Mario 64. Let's go. I'll take it. Oh, Wiggler. No, get out of the grass, Yoshi. No. I said out of the grass. No. Oh, wait. Let's go. Actually, Wiggler's on the one of the CPU races as well. Hey, the Waluigi Stadium, yay! GameCube version. Ow. Fire. I'm on fire. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no. Where am I going? Oh, no. Oh, no. Of course. No way Mario was like way out in front earlier. No, me. I'm sure Crash Team Racing had a track similar like this. I think it was the Tiny course. The course with a Tiny Tiger reference. It was called Tiny something, Tiny Stadium. Oh no! Putting their bins out. Do that later. Oh no. I will. Let's go. Pretty course. Oh. Oh. Wait, Yoshi. I was excited. Oh no. No. God dang it. Donkey Kong was right there. Oh no. Aha! Let's go. Booyah. There you go, man. Bitch. Payback. Lead sweep. I haven't done that for a while, I don't think. Ooh. Mario. P-Wing. Ooh, that's nice. I like that car. We've got 4 more to go. Athens Dash from Mario Kart Tour. Oh, I've seen this one actually. I know sometime they played the cups casually when they were coming out, as they were coming out. Oh, that sucks. Oh no. And you know what's funny? What I was thinking about Mario Kart World, I feel that was Sonic Racing Cross World as well. I wasn't particularly sold on that game either. Kind of just missing something. I don't think the developers have any faith in it because the guest characters was such a push for it, and I'm sitting there thinking, you don't have a lot of faith in this game, do you? That it'll sell on its own merits with Sonic characters. That's just a bunch of guest characters. And I mean, I understand for game purposes because when you think about it, right? The Sonic games definitely of, you know, Wii onwards, I think. We started to really push guest characters. Like I think All Stars and All Stars Racing Transformed had a couple. I think one of them had Danica Patrick with enough. I don't know, something about Crossworlds just says we have no faith in our game, so we're going to put guest characters and entice people to buy it. Because they'll buy it because of the guest character we have in the game, not because the game's good or, you know, that is a Sonic Racing game. Because, you know, we don't want to make a Mario Kart clone, I guess. I thought it was pretty cool how they brought the Extreme Gear back. That was cool. They brought that back as a vehicle to use in the game. I don't know if I really liked Riders that much. Sonic Riders. I don't know if I liked it too much. I don't think I minded it. I definitely didn't mind it. I thought it was alright. Definitely different. Oh, the Daisy Cruiser from GameCube, apparently. See this selection of courses, man? I think at the end of the day, what World tried to do was, you know, be a first, you know, be a Mario Kart game where you could drive around in free roam and all that. So I definitely see the intention. And like I said, I don't think Mario Kart World is bad necessarily, but I would, like Tommy said, I'd certainly pick 8. Because I think at this point, currently standing, Mario Kart 8 is definitely the definitive Mario Kart game. You know, it has everything. bit like how Smash Ultimate is the definitive Smash game, which is probably a reason why I don't think we'll ever see another one. At least, not yet. Because like I said probably a while back in another video, sometime, something would have to be omitted. Whether it be guest characters because of licenses. You know, I don't think we'll see Kazuya again. For sure. I think it'll be hard pressed to see Ryu and Ken either. Heck, we might not even see Sora in it. And that would really suck for a lot of people. A lot of people wanted Sora in a Smash game forever. As soon as I pressed the item button, lightning struck me. I wonder why. I still won. I mean, again, that was item based. But then again, I say that about Sonic Crossworlds, and I don't think they have much faith in it. But to be fair, maybe that was the point. Crossworlds is a very apt name for it, so maybe that's what they were always going for all along anyway. I'd love to give that game a shot, but at the same time, I didn't overly enjoy it when I played it either. And you know, with games going as the hell as they are now, at the $70 and £70 mark, I think I've found myself being a lot more selective. That, and I bought Mortal Kombat 1, you know, he says as he bought Mortal Kombat 1 and shit. Oh yeah, I also want to pick up that Dead or Alive 6 game, the last round that's coming out. Because I haven't played a Dead or Alive 6 game for quite some time. The most recent state of play was definitely a solid 8 for me. I mean, they're bringing out Time Crisis, that was crazy, dude. That's nuts. They gotta bring out Time Crisis 2 now, right? 2 and 3 have got to come out, dude. 2 and 3 definitely are the better games. And they are getting co-op played. Ow! Where did Bowser come from? I'm pretty sure I was really gonna maybe decide this race. Oh no, it's already over. Okay. Peach was lucky. Squeaky clean sprint. I get it. It's a very Micro Machine stage, isn't it? A very Micro Machine stage. That's cool. Do you guys remember that Micro Machines game that was like Well, not the first one on the Mega Drive, but I think there was one on the PlayStation, and they all had voices. Oh no! Oh no! Now this course is cool. I really like this course. This course is awesome. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, nice. Let's go! Ah, dominated. And the thing with the blue shell is you get awarded a blue shell at the back, but it never really helps you. It helps everyone else. Booyah! But yeah, Squeaky Clean Sprint gets a thumbs up. That's a great course. Definitely like it. Alright, next. I'll stick with the car. 3 left. Koopa Cave from Wii. Los Angeles Labs. Even the courses are named cool. Let's go. Oh no! Dang it. Then it was a banana. Right after I got hit. Mirth. He go over a baseball stadium, that's cool. Oh, lady Daisy. Oh no. Bye bye. And I'll talk about more this time. I'm gonna measure this now. I hate to say this, but with Life is Strange Reunion, I fucking saw it coming. I fucking knew it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to play it, right? But I fucking saw it coming. I knew they were going to do something like that. Or pull something like that. I knew it, dude. The outcry about Chloe and double exposure, I fucking knew it. It's a blatant cash grab. I'm not gonna lie. It's a blatant cash grab. It is. I'm gonna play it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna play it. I'm pretty sure my price world heart is gonna absolutely love it, right? But at the end of the day, I've got to be honest. It's a blatant cash grab. Literally a cash grab. And I hope this is the last for Max and Chloe now, because they're just getting dragged through the mud. And I actually hope that this is the last game. Because it's getting too much. It's getting too much now. But you know what? The price fielders are at fault for this mess. They are. Those price fielders that lost their shit because Chloe wasn't in double exposure, this is your fault. I hope you're happy. Because you've ruined the fucking series. You've sent the series to a dismal end. You know, you sent it to a, rather expected ending. True Colors was sitting right there. You had it right there. I probably shouldn't say that, because at the end of the day, I don't think True Colors needed a sequel. Honestly, I think that ended pretty well. But, Life is Strange Reunion, it's like, I was excited, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking to myself, nah, I'm not falling for that. It's not, I'm sorry, you can't win me by putting Chloe back in the game through just like that. You can't. It might work on a lot of price fielders, but it don't work on me. Because Chloe is canonically not supposed to be anywhere. Blatant cash grab. This isn't all we listen to the fan criticism. No. If you were doing that, you wouldn't have released double exposure in the fucking first place. They knew what they were doing. They knew Square Enix and Deck 9, they do exactly, well, I think it was more Deck 9, but Tech9 knew exactly what they know exactly what they're fucking doing, dude. They know what they're doing. Blatant. It was all blatant, and you all fell for it. The prize fighters fell for it. I knew they were going to do that. As soon as the outcry started, I was like, yeah, they know what they're doing. They're going to make it about Max, and they're going to make people wish Chloe was in the game, and then we're going to do the sequel. And we're going to bring Chloe back, and it's going to make no fucking sense, and be all against the fucking canon of the game. And I reckon Donut's just sitting there like, what have they done to our girls? You know what I mean? They must be, Michael Keogh and that must be sitting there thinking, what on earth have they done to my girls? Like, really? I know, I shouldn't be bitching. And I'm not calling anyone out. But I just knew it. At the end of the day, I knew that was going to happen. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. I saw it coming from the minute Double Exposure was announced, really. And everyone started bitching that Chloe wasn't in the game. I was like, yeah, they know what they're doing. They're going to release this game. It's going to be a meh experience, right? And then they're either going to do a DLC or a sequel to it, bringing Chloe back and having Life is Strange canon just completely fucked. And now it does. Because now Chloe's brought back by, well, not inexplicable means, because let's be honest, it does make sense, you know. Max opened alternate realities, and one of them is where Chloe's alive. I think the fact that they kept Joyce alive was pretty cool. Well, I said the Bay ending. I don't know if you would know what I mean, but the BAE ending, the Chloe basically the picking sacrificing Arcadia Bay ending, basically. Oh fuck. Basically goes out and says, "Oh, Joyce is alive," and I thought that was pretty cool because I think that was a whole big thing in Max and Chloe's breakup in that game. I said that in Farewell too, but yeah, man, I'm not. I'll play it, but it's gotta be done after this, right? It's gotta be done. There's nothing more they can do, surely. They haven't listened to the fans, they've listened to the prize fielders that have lost their shit. They lost their shit after Double Exposure. But yeah, here I am thinking like, nah, because it messes up the canon. Now the canon's fucked up. And everything we did in Life is Strange 1 means absolutely nothing. Now, you know, it just means nothing. Do you know what? Don't did it exactly right. They did it exactly right. They ended Max and Chloe's story at the right time, and in the early going, well, what was it I said? Did I initially think that I didn't want a sequel? I think I did. I think I initially said I don't want a sequel. It was so beautiful. I don't think a sequel would ever top it. And to be fair, it didn't. To be fair, it didn't. But at least it was the right thing to do. It was totally the right thing to do. I actually applaud Life is Strange 2 for not being a direct sequel in terms of bringing Max back or anything like that. You know, I applaud Don't Know for that. They knew exactly what they were doing. So, Life is Strange 2, whereas I didn't overly enjoy it, my god, at least it was the right thing to do at the time. I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, Double Exposure should never come out. It should never come out. But like I said, Tech9 knew exactly what they were doing. You know, and you all kind of... Most of the prize fielders fell for it. And now they're going to feel vindicated. They're going to be like, oh, we spoke up and now we win. It's like, yeah, but a fan like me doesn't win. I don't win. Do you know what they might end up doing? They might end up just killing Chloe again. And I don't think it would hold the same weight this time if they did that. And I know I get this. I do get it, but a bigger part of me is like, not asking Ashley Birch, huge red flag. And that's no knock on Gianna DeViras, because I think she did a decent job with Chloe, and I get why they picked her, because, you know, she is their Chloe. Whereas Ashley Birch probably don't know Chloe, you could say. So I get it, but not even asking her is like, that's a huge bad move. If you're, you know, I don't get it. It's just gonna be so jarring. It really is. I totally get why they did it, but, you know, because Rihanna DeViras is Deck 9's Chloe. But that's only if you want to do like a Before the Storm sequel. You can't do that and then have DeViras voicing Chloe and then Max being voiced as the same actor. It just makes no sense. I know I'm probably talking like an Ashley Birch fanboy. It's only because the woman is so good at her job. But even still, I don't know, man. That feels like a red flag to me. See, I know why they put Rihanna DeViras in for the Chloe parts in Double Exposure, because she only had like 2 or 3 lines in the whole game. But now it's like she's going to be in a whole game, and I don't know. It might be just too jarring. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that too much. The whole thing with like Reunion is like, I don't know about this, man. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna play it, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't have any expectations for any of this. You know, my expectations are fucking in the toilet. I don't have any expectation of being anything remotely good. Because it's a blatant crash grab because of all the outcry from Double Exposure. The funny thing is, Double Exposure wasn't even that good either. So, you know, there's that. Double Exposure wasn't that good, to be honest. It was alright, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Maybe... Do you know what? And do you know what, right? I say it again. They knew what they were doing. And you know why I think that now? Because I've just had a realization. You remember in Double Exposure when the Amanda and Max relationship went kind of nowhere. And now we know why. I'm just saying. We know why now. We know why. Because they didn't want it to. Because at the end of the day, you know, that was the plan. They knew exactly what they were down doing, dude. Double Exposure was a bait. It was a bait, and the price fielders took the bait, and now we get Reunion. Totally fucking in the playbook. Well done. Well done. You fell for it. I'm kidding. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not shitting on anyone, but I don't know. It just... Think about it. It just seems very convenient. Think about it. That's what I'd say. Think about it. They bit the fish bait, and now we get this. I don't know. I think it is about this is cool. But yeah. I don't know. I wanted Max and Chloe to get their happy ending in a better situation than this. You know, this is gonna feel... Is it gonna be a happy ending? I hope so. Of course they could just do the same thing again and just have you the binary choice, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll give them the happy ending, but to me it's just gonna be cheap. It's really gonna be cheap. It's really gonna feel hollow and cheap, and I'm just not gonna feel it, you know? I'm just not gonna feel it. My price is probably gonna soar at the fact, because, you know, I'm price load OTP, but, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know if I wanted it like this. you know? But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it like this, honestly. I will play it, and I'm sort of excited for it, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't really care too much, because this just feels, it just feels like obvious. You know, it was so obvious they were going to do that, now we're looking back on it. All the signs were there from the moment the prize fielders lost their shit and said Chloe wasn't in the game. I was like, okay. So double exposure is not going to be really that good. And one or two things will happen. They'll bring Chloe back via DLC or by sequel. And they did. But the real underlining issue is that double exposure wasn't really that good. That's really the underlining thing in this whole scenario. Double exposure was never even that good to begin with, so my expectations are on the floor. I have no expectation for that game. It's just going to be a blatant crash grab, the ending is going to be hollow as fuck. It's just not going to hit like it would have done if it had been in the first game. Honestly, it's just not. Because between episode 4 and 5, and even after I was awarded the prize field chip, you know, kind of logically speaking, I was on the prize field chip pretty much from the end of episode 2, I would have thought. And then 3 really just nailed on, you know, nail me to the mast, you know, right? And it's like, I wanted that happy ending so bad, but with this game, I don't think I would care that much, because it's just not going to feel earned for me in a way. But now all the Chloe days are now vindicated as well. But Donut didn't fall into the trap. They did it right, man. Life is Strange 2 wasn't that great to me, but at least it was the right thing to do at the time, looking back on it. I didn't want to waste the item. No. It's so cute. Yeah, man, I just don't. I don't know. I mean, it will be dependent on your choices what kind of happy ending, well, what kind of ending Max and Chloe will get again, but you guys know I'm going in that way. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just not do it. But I'm going to. You know? I'm gonna say that right up front. I'm gonna say it at the start of the playthrough as well. I'm gonna do all prize field kind of stuff here. Because yes. Oh fuck. Oh. Decided not to take me to the front so I could cheat. Oh, you got the boy and girl version. That's pretty cool. So all the me picking out having Isabel, like, and then I get the boy and girl version. That's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna make all the price field kind of made of choices. You just know I'm gonna do it, but in the back of your head, I'm just gonna go in. Oh yeah, that's great. My profile heart is happy, but this is gonna suck. Okay, it's probably not gonna suck, but it's not gonna be good, is it? I mean, let's be honest, it's not. Double Exposure wasn't that good to begin with, and this all just feels like a cash grab, so I've got no expectations, it's based on what I'm saying. It could be good, it could be surprisingly good, but at the end of the day, I don't think I care. I really don't think I care. And I said this, what was it, farewell I said it? It's going to get to a point where I'm going to start not to care. This is it. This is me starting not to care now. I'm starting not to care. And the closer that game gets to release, the more I'm just not going to care. I'm going to play it, but am I going to care? Probably not. Because it's gone too far. And this is all just blatant from the Deck 9 playbook. And it was probably the plan from the start. And that's what really is a bit of a pissy take, you know? Not a pissy take, but a thing. That's really the thing, isn't it? You know, this was coming. Double Exposure wasn't that good, and all the prize sealers lost it because Chloe wasn't in the game. But now here's the thing. Are those same people now going to scream, oh, because Chloe isn't voiced by Ashley Birch, it still makes it not great. It's like, well, you got what you wanted. It doesn't matter who voices her, surely. But people will do it. I can guarantee you people will do it. Now, let me get this right. You know, I do think that not having Ashley Birch is a bit of a red flag. But at the end of the day, I understand it because Rihanna DeVries is Deck 9's Chloe. I totally get it. So I'm not shitting on her, and I'm sure she's going to do a fantastic job. And you know, she's alongside Hannah Taylor, the legend. So that's, but you know, it'll be interesting to see. It will be interesting, and I will not fanboy too much. You know, because But here's the thing, right? It's gonna be interesting to see if Birch and Taylor and Hannah DeVries have the same, or Rihanna DeVries kind of have that same chemistry that Ashley Birch and Hannah Taylor had. If you know what I'm saying, that will be quite interesting to see if that happens. Why are the villagers caught up with me? That's rubber branding, dude. If that does happen, then I will praise Rihanna DeVries to the hills. And no doubt she's going to do a great job. You know, she was great as Chloe in Before the Storm. You know, she really filled that role in well. And at the time, Chloe was such a big role. You know, she had to prove, well, not prove, but that's the wrong word. But she, you know, she was going into a huge role that Ashley Birch made synonymous with the whole franchise and its fan base, right? So the fact that she did as well as she did is a good thing. So she can, well, she has to handle it, but she can handle it if that makes sense. You know, I'm not saying she had to, but you know, she proves she can be Chloe as well. She did a good job of really proving that, even though she really didn't have to prove it as such. Not to be, you know, I understand the whole situation around it. So, in that regard, I will find this interesting, at the very least. And that's probably why I want to play it. It's the interest in how it will turn out that is probably the most intriguing thing. But you know what? In some form of speaking, I think they will steal the show. I do. And I mean that in a good way. You know, when I was like, pretty much glazing Hannah Taylor for the double exposure performance because I think she was the star of the whole show, of the whole thing. I think it will be a lot like that in Reunion. I do. I think Yana Devers and Hairtail will steal the show because, like I said, the characters in Double Exposure were really good. And Hairtail was like the star. She was like the highlight throughout the whole damn thing. So I think that will be the case. I think even speaking on a default level, if that makes sense, Yana Devers and Hairtail are going to be the stars of the show. They're going to absolutely nail their performances really well. Because Rihanna proved that she can do it. Rihanna did a very good job in Before the Storm as Chloe, so, you know. With all that being said, those two will be the stars. For good reason, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So there is that. And just to reiterate, because I know some people might be thinking, is that why he didn't kiss Amanda in that scene? No, that has nothing to do with it. It didn't feel right. You know, it just didn't feel right because we were in a reality that never happened. If that makes sense. You know. It just wouldn't have been right because the Amanda that in the real world, like the actual reality as it were, gave her space because she felt that was the right thing to do. And I don't think that would have been right had I played it that way. And like I said, it turned out that you don't even know which Amanda you're talking to anymore because it's all kind of jumbled up because of the whole thing. So there's that as well. So it wouldn't have meant anything anyway. Even if I had done it, it probably wouldn't have meant much, to be honest. So there you go. I think we're on the last one. Yep, last one. Anyway, yeah, discussion over for now. We'll wait till it comes out. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'll keep my expectations low. Even as a massive prize field chipper, I gotta keep my expectations low because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's the game that is kind of like, I don't know. It just has red flag written all over it in a lot of ways. But I will probably play it anyway because yeah, I'm going to play it regardless. I know, but my expectations are low. Put it that way. Oh, it's a weekly. Bye bye. Dang it. Let's go. It's very stylish music, I like it. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh, of course. Wow, do you see the portal effect? Every time I throw it, someone behind me with a red shell throws at me. Oh wow! Check this out. These courses absolutely god tier. These courses are so good. Yeah, I think Mario Kart World definitely in tracks department pale in comparison to this game. This game just has it all right now. I know it probably seems harsh, and I'm not shitting on Mario Kart World, but I don't know. 8 just wins in so many areas. I mean, I know I've probably played a little bit of the multiplayer before finishing this up. I would normally do it after, but I don't think it would matter what order I did all of a sudden. I think I'd have the same thoughts. You know, the same thoughts. Like I said, it's not a bad game by any stretch, but I don't think it holds a. I don't think Mario Kart World holds a candle to this game right now. Because here's the thing, like in the graphics department, 8 holds up really well. Even though World is definitely a beautiful looking game, 8 still holds up so well even now. The courses, it's not even a contest between the two, right? And it's a Mario, aside from those two specific things, they're both Mario Kart games, and when it has Mario Kart, you know it's going to be a decent game. So, but I think if we're directly comparing features and feel and design and all that, I think 8 just beats it out, honestly. It holds up very well even today. Definitely the courses are better, and apart from that, it's a Mario Kart game. To be fair though, oh shit, where am I going? To be fair though, Mario Kart World still, like I said, is a beautiful looking game, and it really showcases just how far and how good graphically the Switch can be. You know, the Switch 2 in particular, and how good the Switch was. This is a good implication of how good the Switch was. A lot of people underplay Nintendo because some people say that, you know, oh, it's always going to be a generation behind, you know, it's all that. It's like, that's not the point. They're not trying to be the most graphically pleasing console. They want to make fun games, and they do that. But also, they're not directly competing graphics wise, but at the same time they're doing stellar job despite that, is what I'd say. Look at this game. Look at Mario Kart World. Look at Legend of Zelda, like especially the two newest ones, like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Look at those games. Look at Mario Odyssey, dude. Look at Mario Wonder, man. Mario Wonder's fucking beautiful game. It's a beautiful game, dude. It is a fucking beautiful work of art. It really is. I'm not even kidding. I am not kidding. I am not kidding about that. That game is a work of art. It is beautiful. That game is a beautiful game. That might go down as one of my favorite Mario games ever. And 3D World is sensationally good. Even Mario Bros. U and even Mario Bros. U, it's a wonderful game, dude. And that's why I've said so many times in this playthrough that Nintendo just has this gen. They have their hands all over it. They do. They're still somewhat physical medium based. It's like I said, I think the Switch 2 is probably on par right now with the PlayStation 5 at launch, graphic wise. I truly think that. I mean, not to say that, I don't mean that as to say it's ahead of the PS4, because it's not. I think PS4 was definitely a jump over the PlayStation 3, let's put it that way. But I don't think the PS5 is as big a jump over the PS4, so in hindsight, maybe the Switch 2 is actually level with the PS4, which I actually thought was a sensational console at the time. Games like Devil May Cry 5, oh my fucking god. That game was fucking beautiful on that console. Even Spider-Man Remastered was probably beautiful on it. And yeah, maybe the PlayStation 4 Pro was a bit You know, I didn't really feel that was worthwhile too much. But at the end of the day, I don't think it would have mattered too much, because I think PlayStation 5, that was a bad idea. Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be whack. Oh no. Well, that sucked. Oh, if I'd avoided the blue shell, I would have won that. Shit. Oh well. But then, having said that, I don't think the 5 Pro is that much of an upgrade over the 5 either. But even when they're not competing graphically, this Switch and Switch 2 does graphics really stunning. They do. Look how beautiful this Rainbow Road looks. But Mario Odyssey and Mario Wonder, if you think the Switch and Switch 2 can't do graphics, play those games and you will change your mind. Those two games are beautiful. I've not played them myself, but Mario Wonder looks absolutely like a work of art. And Odyssey is damn good too. And that was on the Switch 1, and it looked damn good. So I think Odyssey got an upgrade, but even if it didn't, it doesn't need it. It looks great already. But yeah. Fuck ah. Look how fucking pretty this track is, lads. Gives me instant vibes of Radiant Diamond from Sonic R. To be fair, I think this probably does that more than the others. Oh, Oh, come on. Why does everything hit me? Oh no, I couldn't see. Shit. Oh, come on. Why is everything hitting me, dude? It's fucking whack. Probably lost this race already. That almost hit me as well. I will say though, the items are too decisive for races in my opinion though. Maybe that's been a thing for Mario Kart since the beginning, I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I don't really have enough of overall experience with the series to really know that, to be fair. Oh, of course. Nice. Winner! Let's go! That's a perfect way to finish this up, I think. Yep. Oh, I didn't win the cup though. Fuck. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Ugh. And that's all 80 or so tracks in the game. That's sick. Mm. Booyah. Booyah. That'll do. Didn't win all of them, but it wasn't. I wasn't out to do that. But there we go. We get the credits. That's it. Wow. What a game. What a game, man. This game still holds up incredibly well 12 years later. And I think, to be fair, I think that's why so many people did feel so let down with Mario Kart World. It just didn't hit overall. And I agree now. Like I said, it's still good, but I would still play this 100 times over it, to be fair. The tracks, there's so many of them, so many characters, it holds up superbly well in the graphics department. And it's a Mario Kart. It feels like a true Mario Kart as well. Like, World tries to be probably a little bit too different for its own good. Maybe that's why it didn't hit so much. It tried to do too many different things that didn't really need to change so much. They wanted to be different because probably people were getting stale of the series. I very much doubt that. I very much doubt that. This game just hits everything. It really does. So many characters, so many courses. The online works wonders. And all the glow-ups of certainly like the DLC tracks in particular, my god. They all look great, dude. The tour tracks are some of my favorites in the game. They really are. I love the tour tracks. But all the handheld tracks and the way they got glowed up is insanely good. And that was on Nintendo Switch. You know how people say that, you know, Nintendo was underpowering in the graphics department. Yeah, maybe, but look at these courses, man. Like I said, look at Mario Odyssey and Mario Wonder. Are you telling me that they can't do graphics? No way. No way. They are level with the PS5. Maybe they're not ultra photorealistic, you know, like The Last of Us or Detroit or anything like that, but that's not what Nintendo are going for. And it works wonders for them. They're still they're in a better place now than they have probably been in a while. And not to say the Wii U was a bad console, but it really didn't probably maybe knock them back a little bit. But at the same time, you can see the concept of, you know, it was a big thing. You know, you could use the Wii Remote and nunchucks, you could play Wii games, you could play on the gamepad while someone watches TV, like anything on the TV. And it was really the birth of the Nintendo Switch and what it can do. And I think Nintendo is in such a good spot right now, dude. I really do. They are probably in the best spot. Definitely more than Xbox, let's be honest. And they're certainly maybe slightly ahead of PlayStation right now. Maybe. Maybe they are. Because their games are still all fun. You know, they're not trying to... And with the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 in particular, they've got the third-party support. So, I think this is the best spot Nintendo's been in since the Wii. Because the Wii sold like hotcakes, and rightly so. But the Switch and Switch 2, man, brought them right back into it. And I'm not saying that as a console warist, I'm just saying, like, you know, you could probably look at the Wii U and think, you know, the third-party support pretty much dipped out after a very short space of time, I guess. I wouldn't know. I didn't really care that much, you know, because I had the Wii U. I had the Wii U for Mario and stuff, to be honest. But wow, they are just in such a good spot right now. Honestly, they're in the best spot they've been in a while. And the Switch 2 is like, the Switch 2 to me really builds on momentum the Switch 1 had. And like I said, dude, I want to play on this thing, like, so much now. Because like I said, I woefully underplayed the Switch 1, not really by choice, but just by the fact that a lot of the games that came out for it, well, not a lot of the games that came out for it, but some of the games that came out for it, like Pokken and stuff, I'd already covered. I mean, yes, I did play on the Switch 1, I did do videos of it, you know, with Pokken Tournament DX and stuff like that, but now we've got the Switch 2, and now I've played Mario Bros. U with Tamley, I've played 3D World again with Tamley, we've done Donkey Kong Country Returns, we're going to do Tropical Freeze, we're going to do Mario Wonder, I'm going to play Mario Odyssey, I'm doing Pokemon Diamond even though I haven't played it in ages. You know, it's just like, I'm playing so much more on it now, because I want to. Because I to make up for it, and yeah, look at this thing. It's just like, I love its potential. It brought them, like I said, it can do, yeah, it's probably only certain select games at 120Hz HDR, but at the same time, not everything does that on the PlayStation either. And like I said, I think the HDR looks a bit odd anyway, even on PlayStation. I think Nintendo's is a bit more, like the Switch 2 is a bit more washed out, sadly. Unless I've got to change the settings on that. But it's not like they do it pitch perfect on the PlayStation or Xbox either. And for the PC, I don't even bother. So, Mario Kart 8 is a stunning game, even 12 years later after its original release on the Wii U, man. It probably was the Wii U system seller, to be fair. It was that good, to be fair. So maybe the Wii U wasn't in too bad a spot when you really think about it. Because Mario Kart and Mario U and Mario 3D World were definitely 3 standouts for me on that system. For sure. They were games that made me want to play on it. And like I said, it's not just that. It's like with the Switch and Switch 2, you've got all this other libraries, dude. Look at this. Like, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. You even got Game Boy Advance, goddammit. Like, look at this thing. I'm sorry, I'm probably fanboying a bit. But, you know, you've even got the Virtual Boy. If they got the Wii to work, man, oh, that would sell me. If it got the Wii to work. And, you know, the PlayStation backwards compatibility catalog is garbage. You've barely got anything that you can't stream. You know, you just stream the PS3 stuff. I say it's garbage. That's probably not fair because, again, we all know that the technology on the PlayStation 3 in particular was such a different time. You know, the architectures were different. But even then, it's like PlayStation's brought out Time Crisis for the first time ever, but the classic catalog is just so barren. It gets so slowly updated, even on Nintendo. Even to be fair, they could have added a bunch more GameCube games by now, but at least, like, you know, you can see what you could think of that would come out on these things. Probably most likely will. You know, we'll see the old Pokemons. I hope we'll see. I'd love to see Leaf Green, Fire Red. That'd be awesome. I hope that's true. Hearing about those rumors, those rumors are true, man. Wow. And if they could add DS and 3DS. If they could get that to work, that would be quite cool as well. Those two in the Wii might be a bit difficult because with the DS and 3DS, it was all about multiple screens. With the Wii, it was all about like the Wiimote and nunchuck stuff. But like I said, you could have one Joy-Con as the nunchuck and the other as the Wiimote. You could probably do that somehow. Or just do what I said earlier and like bring out a Wiimote and nunchuck kind of thing for the Switch that'll work. And probably you might not even need the sensor bar. And don't forget, the Pro Controller can do motion. So there's that. So that could probably work as both if they get that to work somehow. The possibilities are endless, man. They really are. I just hope they can make it work. But even if they don't, Nintendo's library is still stellar, to be fair. And the third-party support has really jumped up definitely since the Wii U and Switch 1, I guess. You know, they've got the Elden Rings and the Final Fantasies and all that to work on this thing. Street Fighter runs well, I believe. I mean, I don't think I'll play it because I already have a PC, and you can't cross-play the Switch, which is rather unfortunate. But they even get these newer graphical games to work and run well despite the limitations. That's a good effort from Nintendo on my part. Yeah, maybe they're not competing graphically, but games like this and the third-party support proves they don't even need to. People are just too focused on graphics, and it's kind of bringing games down a bit. You know, if it doesn't look graphically great, then it's a bad game. It's like that's not how it works. A lot of people shout on Spider-Man 2 for not looking graphically great. I was like, are you kidding? The game looks great. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm waffling, and I've waffled a lot throughout this playthrough to kind of maybe not keep it interesting, but because it's a different type of game. It's a chill game, so I can chill and talk and not have to worry about the stakes or highly concentrate or just be absolutely depressed over killing dogs or anything. But yeah, man, that is it for the Grand Prix playthrough of Mario Kart 8. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I might put it in a bit of a different format than I would usually. I'll see how I feel in editing. If it's the same, then it is. But obviously, it took us a lot longer to get through this than Mario Kart World, so that's probably why it'll look a bit different. It'll be more traditional than that was, because that was all just one video. I think I'm gonna have to do more than one video for this playthrough, that's for sure. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I will like I said, I think I may have said this in the and look at that. Animal Crossing system selling. It was. It literally is turned into a system seller for me. But anyway, before I go off track any further, I will end this now. Like I probably said, a big part of me wants to do a full-on session, at least of Mario Kart 8's multiplayer. So I will probably do that. And I will probably do that relatively soon, I would have thought, because I really enjoyed this game. So I'll probably do that relatively soon. I'll probably do the same for Mario Kart World as well, because it's not like I don't like it, but I think Mario Kart 8 is it's just it. Like I said, it is the definitive Mario Kart game. It may not be the GOAT, maybe that goes to Wii, maybe, because of how much that took off, because of how, you know, it was basically the Wii's big. Alongside Wii Sports, Mario Kart Wii was the game for the Nintendo Wii. So, with that in mind, I would say that Mario Kart 8 is probably slightly behind it, but even still, I think Mario Kart 8 is the definitive Mario Kart game. It has got everything. It has got characters. It has got tracks. All sorts of different tracks with different Mario Kart games. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. 80 courses, some new exclusive, some to the GameCube, some for the 3DS, some for the DS, some for the Game Boy Advance. Dude, the course section in this game is out of this world, man. Really, World was going to have a tough time topping it, even from the jump, I feel. And that's why I'm not so critical about Mario Kart World, because it had such a game to follow. And it probably was just going to fall short regardless, I guess. But anyway, like I said, I don't dislike it, but I feel that this is better in probably almost every way, to be fair. Certainly in the courses department, which is a thing. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you, of course. I've already gone ahead and recorded the multiplayer, so chances are you'll probably see this straight after. And I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. And all that other stuff too. So until then, guys, you know what to do. Follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'm Mr. Mickey Us, signing off. Peace out. Stay safe and stay awesome.